Hi. Before we get into the 7 steps of how to think differently, it is important to understand why knowing how to think differently is a significant factor on the path of you becoming your best you. Please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one every Wednesday. If you like this video, please be sure to push that like button, share it with a friend, and have them join us on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you. So, why is knowing how to think differently significant? Sometimes we feel stuck in a perpetual cycle, and our lives seem dark and unappealing simply because of the way that we think. Thinking differently is an essential and very necessary concept for living a successful and truly fulfilling life. The way we think is a determining factor influencing our feelings, and how we feel commands the actions we take and how quickly we adapt to situations. Therefore, our outcomes and resiliency to achieve anticipated goals result from the power of our mental conditioning. How we think. Thinking differently will encourage different and oftentimes more prosperous results from our actions, thus leading to fulfillment. If you pay attention on your journey to becoming the best you, what is truly important to you will come before what you believe that you want. Think relationships, trust, and happiness. This is why knowing how to think differently is such an important step on the journey of you becoming your best you. So, without further ado, here are the steps on how to think differently. Step 1. Question everything. Questioning everything means to inquire about what you don't know, as well as what you believe to already know. Questioning everything sparks an internal dialogue within your mindset, assisting with the distinguishing of the truth from popular opinion or common practice. Actively questioning our reality will help us understand it to a greater extent. Figuring out the why that drives actions and inactions could help you understand situations and people to a much greater degree. For example, you could find out what encourages your best friend, a track runner, to stay motivated to perform at the high level that they do. You being a track runner yourself, who has been unmotivated for some time, would benefit greatly by understanding what drives your friend and how you could apply that information to your reality. This can only be achieved by questioning what is known on the surface level. Questioning what you see on the surface level will always bring you closer to the foundation of that reality. As said by Martin Luther King Jr., "Everything that we see is a shadow cast by a hat that we do not see." Therefore, question everything, because even the things of which we are most certain of have a way of turning to be either untrue or simply just not complete. Always remember, the world that we know is just a very small part of a much, much larger world. Step 2. Patience. Being patient with yourself and your growth is an excellent method to harnessing the capacity to think differently. Being patient with the information you gather will help to avoid jumping to conclusions. Patience is a great virtue on this journey because it is accepting that you are capable of growth. Being patient understands that everything you have seen and been through produces a sort of mirror to what you currently see. Therefore, it is acknowledging that you may not fully be at the level that you desire to be yet it is having the conviction that you will one day get there. Always practice patience. Step 3. Avoid prejudice. Keep an open mind. Prejudice is a preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. Think prejudgment, or judging something before you have taken the time to understand or consider it. Oftentimes, prejudice is a natural tendency that happens as a reflex to protect you from perceived displeasure or potential danger. However, it is important to be wary of what you are being prejudiced of and why. Being stuck in preconceived notions of who or what the other is can easily cause a block to new, pertinent information, and in turn will limit our own life experiences. Once you notice you are prejudiced, stop yourself and double think. To double think, a term taken from George Orwell's famous novel 1984, is the acceptance of or mental capacity to accept contrary opinions or beliefs at the same time, especially as a result of political indoctrination. In the context of prejudice, this means to be conscious of your habit of prejudgment, yet to be able to accept or think of a different perspective. Step 4. Do not be emotionally attached to a desired response. Being attached to what you believe an answer should be will often cloud what the answer truly is. This dilemma often happens in the relationships that we create. We want to believe someone is the ideal person we believe them to be, despite the numerous evidence signs showing us the opposite. We often desire to be right and do not know how to handle or deal with being wrong. We therefore become so attached to the idea of being right that we subconsciously ignore anything showing us otherwise. The desire to be right and the desire to have been right are two desires, and the sooner we separate from them, the better off we are. Never restrict yourself to expected results. If you are to desire to want something that you cannot yet see, thus taking you to newer heights that you cannot currently fathom. Sometimes you have to think about things the way you don't want to think about things to get results ideal for your progress on the journey of you becoming your best you. Step 5. Explore. Follow your curiosity. Let your intuition guide you to new places, from the inner crevices of your mind and soul to the vast locations of the world. Visit other cultures, or even explore your own culture in ways you haven't before. Speak to new people, or even ask different questions to the people you believe you already know. Allow your mind to wander to the depths of what you believe you are capable of. Exploring begins from within and will translate to be accomplished in your outside reality. They say curiosity killed the cat, but always remember that it is the satisfaction that brought it back. Step 6. Take action. Always take action towards your truest intentions. Taking action will give you answers where simply thinking would have left you at a standstill. It is important to understand that life is a game of giving and receiving. Therefore, if you entertain negativity, negativity will continue to entertain you. Yet, if you move towards positivity, positivity will in turn subtly move towards you. Taking action will lead you closer to your truth and will help you understand your own perspective to a more profound degree, which will, reciprocally, encourage thinking differently. Always remember, the truth is always simple to the truth seeker and complex to those comfortable in a lie. Step 7. Spread love. Spreading love will bear a guiding light where it was once dark. Always remember, love is the opposite of fear, and it is fear that constrains and limits movement. The energy you put out will invite the same energy back in. Therefore, always spread love. Do a good deed. Offer your time to someone. Forgive someone. Spreading love will challenge the narrative and help your mind develop avenues of thought where there was once confusion or uncertainty. As said by the legend himself, Bob Marley, light up the darkness. So that's it, people. Those are the 7 steps of how to think differently and to start moving forward today. Post a comment below to let people know how shifting your thinking has helped you progress on your journey. Like and share this video, and remember to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I will see you here next time on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you.